Hi everyone. Today I want to talk about something I think is super important, especially for those of us working across different cultures. Understanding the differences between Chinese and Western business environments. I've worked in both settings, so I picked up on some key differences that can really help you navigate these spaces better, whether you're doing business or working in China or the West. So let's dive in. First up, business ethics. In China, there's this concept of alcohol culture that's still present in some business settings, especially in traditional or private owned companies. If you're dealing with male executives born in the 70s and 80s, they might expect you to join in for drinks during initial meetings or banquets. Drinking together is seen as a way to build trust, and refusing to drink can be interpreted as disrespectful. For example, I've been to a lot of these events in my role as an executive assistant, and even though I have a severe alcohol allergy, people will still encourage me to drink, with some even saying, drink more and you won't be allergy anymore. Yeah, pretty wild, right? But things are changing with younger generations stepping into leadership roles. Managers born in the 90s are shifting away from relying on alcohol to build relationships. Instead, they're putting more focus on professionalism and credibility, using their expertise to win business rather than drinking abilities. In the West, trust in initial business relationships is built a bit differently. It's all about professionalism, competence, and clear communication. When you're at that first meeting, Western professionals are likely to present proposals, showcase the company's strengths, and really focus on their competitive edge. There's an emphasis on facts, data, and how well you can deliver results. So it's more about earning trust through your company's record and less about personal rapport at the start. Next, let's talk about communication styles. In China, communication tends to be more indirect. If someone says, I'll think about it, it might actually mean no, but they're saying it in a more polite way. Or when someone says, let's have a meal together sometime, it's often more of a friendly gesture, not necessarily a concrete invitation. This comes from the cultural value placed on maintaining harmony and avoiding direct confrontation. However, with globalization and more international business, Chinese communication styles are evolving. A lot of professionals now are becoming more direct, especially in international settings. In contrast, Western cultures tend to value directness. When someone says, let's have a meal together, they probably mean it and they expect follow up. There's less room for ambiguity, and people prefer to get straight to the point. This can feel blunt to those used to a more indirect style, but it's all about being clear and efficient. Work life balance is another area where there's a pretty big contrast. In China, especially in certain industries, there's a lot of overlap between work and personal life. It's not unusual for employees to keep working after official hours, handle work related tasks during their personal time, or even attend work related social events in their off hours. This kind of work culture has been part of the rapid economic growth in China. Basically, people work hard to stay competitive. But in recent years, younger generations like millennials and Gen Z are starting to push back. They're advocating for more separation between work and personal life, saying no to constant overtime and focusing more on their own well-being. Meanwhile, in the West, the lines between work and personal life are much clearer. Once work hours are over, people generally expect their personal time to be respected, and there's less pressure to be always on. This is tied to the Western emphasis on individual rights and personal freedoms. So, companies are more likely to respect employees' boundaries when it comes to work life balance. Now, let's talk about workplace etiquette, which is really different between China and the West. In China, for senior management, it's pretty standard to address someone by their surname followed by 总. 总 is kind of a catch-all title for people in executive roles, whether they are the president, the general manager, or director. It's all about showing respect and recognizing their position of authority. But here's a tip: don't go around calling yourself surname plus 总. That would definitely come off as a bit awkward. Also, when you first meet a business partner or during a job interview, it's considered more polite to use 您 instead of 你 when saying you. It's a subtle but important way to show respect, especially in more formal settings. In the West, things are much more casual. People often just use first names, even when they're addressing senior management. It's less about hierarchy and more about promoting equality and approachability. So you don't need to worry about fancy titles, just stick to first names and you will be fine. So there you have it, some key differences between Chinese and Western business environments when it comes to business ethics, communication styles, work-life balance, and workplace etiquette. I hope this gives you a better understanding, especially if you're navigating both worlds. Thanks for watching, and if you found this helpful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts or if you've had similar experiences in the comments below. See you in the next video. Bye!